Okay, everybody, this is Marcel with the Sports Inquirer, and we're joined by Georgia Tech cross country slash track and field athlete, Liz Galarza. Liz, how are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. And how has the season been going so far for you and the Yellow Jackets in the cross country portion of the year?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for having us or for having me. It's been going really well. I feel like um, we started out at Barry, and that was a really good show out of kind of our beginning talent. We had the intention of it's a smaller meet. Let's go out there. Let's do some things that we're not really used to. So let's go out hard and settle in the middle and finish out hard. Um, and I think that really helped us as we progressed through the season, as we got into bigger meets, having the opportunity to get, I guess, like a warm up race really helped us as we went to Lehigh, Penn State, which are bigger races, which have bigger competition. Um, but because of that first race, we were able to be comfortable um, getting out hard and competing in the middle. So yeah, I'm really excited about how the season went, and I feel like through every season, each one of my teammates is able to put themselves in a higher place. So this past race at Penn State, Kate and Mary, they went out with me, and I feel like that was really cool to see them progress and I guess put themselves out there a little bit more each race. So that's been exciting to see.
Yeah, and you placed third at the most recent meet, at least that you were in Penn State. What about that race? What were you able to do well, and what do you take away from that event?
I think really working with Helena. She's someone that goes out aggressively and knows how to handle it. And I think that helps me have the confidence to be like, okay, like I train with her, I'm with her all the time. And my teammate is, putting herself out there. So I want to be able to do the same for my team. And then even as we were starting out hard and I felt like, okay, this pace is a little hard, but then to see Mary and Kate come with and kind of all four of us run together for the first mile, mile and a half um, was really powerful. And I feel like I was able to draw strength for my team. And even as I was finishing, I just kept picturing the training that we do. We go to Piedmont Park, we do hill repeats there, we long run at Kennesaw on Sundays, and just being able to picture those workouts that we've done, to picture those long runs that we've done as a team, just really helped me get through it all. And I guess what I was able to learn is that there's a lot of strength in team. Yeah,
Yeah, and how does it feel to be back on the course? You took some time off from the outdoor season in earlier this calendar year in 2022, but now you're back with the team running the cross country campaign. What's that like for you individually to be back out there competing for yourself and then also with your teammates?
I think it's always hard to give up something, and I think not being able to compete outdoor just made me more hungry for it. Um, I was training on my own in the spring, and I think that it can get easy to be like, oh well, like I don't have to run, right, or I don't have to go to practice, so I'm just gonna not practice today. But I think I woke up even more excited to do it. My teammates would get up early and go do their workouts, and would get to sleep in. But the fact that they were out there at 6:30, 6 a.m. grinding just made me want to be like, okay, if they're doing it, then I have to do it too. And then as the season progressed and I saw their times, I saw them running well, it was like, okay, I gotta prepare myself. I got to start training for cross country now. I got to do all the right things, keep my consistency so that come cross country, I'm able to be at my best for them. And knowing that they're doing it too, right?
Yeah, and now you're in your sixth year at Georgia Tech, now in graduate school. How has this been this season? Maybe different than some of your other ones when you were a true freshman, just coming into the program and starting your collegiate career. Now you're an experienced veteran, and now you have the graduate courses. How has this year been for you, just balancing that activities and academics on and off of the course?
I think it's been really good. I think definitely getting used to college is a little different. You have so much free time, especially being at Georgia Tech. It's harder than I thought it would be, right? So I think being here a while now, I'm getting the hang of things, figuring out what is the balance between running and school, um, making sure I'm doing all the small little things. And I feel like now I've kind of gotten close to figuring out what that technique works for me best. And so getting the sixth year, getting this last opportunity to do it is, um, for me, I'm very thankful for it. And I think I'm almost doing everything knowing that it's my last time to do everything right. So whether that's okay, I could stay up an hour later and study, or I could, go to bed now knowing that that's how I'm going to learn best. It's kind of the harder choice to take because sometimes things can be overwhelming, but um, being older, I know that the extra hour of sleep is what I need to do well. Whether it's in at practice, whether it's for a race or even in school, right? Getting an extra hour of sleep gets me to test not tired. So I think that that kind of comes with maturity, with growing up, um, being able to take a step back, get a little perspective, and realize that this is what's going to help me best. So
You sound like me in my 40s talking about resting sleep. I like that though. No, you learn that, yeah, sleep is important. But also with your, I'm not saying calling you old, but as an older collegiate athlete, we talked last time about you, the inclusion. You just talked about that. But I also seen you did a post about Hispanic Heritage Month, which I think is concluded by the time this comes out, but still, we're still in the month of October. But what about that write up and just being Hispanic and discussing what that means for you as an athlete in the United States?
yeah, I mean, I think I gave a speech about this not too long about what Georgia Tech means to me, um, and it's really a privilege for me to be here. I feel very thankful, and for my parents, for my family in Mexico. I think it's always really awesome and cool to go back to Mexico and tell my family, the places I've been, the fact that I've been to California, to Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, Alabama, all these states that you wouldn't get to normally do, right? Just in life, right? But to do that as a college athlete, to get basically all of that paid for, right? To travel and not have to worry about school, but just get to compete, is really awesome. And I think my family looks at it with this like, wow, like that is so incredible, so awesome that you get to do this. And so in my eyes, I don't want to waste that opportunity, right? And all the hard work that my parents did to get here, when we got here, I didn't speak English, right? So that was very, very difficult. But to see where I am now to where I was then, I don't think, 9-year-old me not speaking any English would have ever thought that I'd be at a Division 1 school running, pursuing a master's, getting to do all these big things that I know, um, what an honor it is for me and how thankful I am for these opportunities that come my way, that I don't want to waste them. And I want to, I guess, help inspire other people that are like me that come to the US that are unsure of what their future looks like, but to get to stand here and say it's worth it, and whatever opportunity comes your way, grab at it. Don't waste it. It's been really, really awesome.
Now, you've been a U.S. citizen for what, 6 years now. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
So that's the time. So you became a citizen while at Georgia Tech, or was it after you graduated West Forsyth? What was that timeline?
Yes. So I we got approved in December of my senior year of high
Okay.
school.
Yeah.
And then I actually had the I guess initiation meeting where you get to say the Pledge of Allegiance, all of that as a US citizen. And it was actually funny because I didn't know when that was gonna be, but a week before they tell you this is your date, show up. And I we had our first team bonding on that day, and I was kind of torn between, oh, like I want to be at this team bonding, but also this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You can't reschedule. When again am I going to be able to do this? Um, so I talked to Coach Megacy, Coach Drosky, and they were like, "What? Are you serious? No, like miss the team thing. Like this is you cannot miss this opportunity. And like congratulations. We're very happy that you have this opportunity and that you've done the work, and we got to get to see a little bit of that process." Um, so I went, and I just remember I was sitting next to this lady, and we're like talking, getting to know each other. And, they start talking and giving the speech of what an honor it is for them to have us become U.S. citizens, and I just like start tearing up, and it was just a, I don't know, a very emotional moment because I knew all the hard work that had come from my family to get to where we are, but all the hard work that had come from this other woman who was in med school, and it was just really interesting to see, and really cool to see all of that.
That's a great perspective, and your career's not over yet. Still got a lot of running
Yeah.
to do, including coming up at the ACC Championships. How's training been going for that, and how's preparations as you prepare for the competition against your fellow conference opponents?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the training that we've done. I feel like all of us are on the team are very focused, but we're also very happy to be here. And I feel like we're going to race really strong. Some of the workouts we've been doing have been really, really good. This past Tuesday, I think everyone um, walked away from our workout being like, I gained a little confidence from that, and I think realizing, we're more in shape than we think, and I think we've been working on all the right things, on mental strength, on how to stay strong when it gets tough. So I'm very excited to see it all play out, and um, we have two UVA transfers who have previously run this course, maybe not this exact same 6K, but they've seen it. So I think having them here has been great, and they're able to give us a little perspective of here's what the course is going to look like. Here's when it's going to be hilly. Here's when you want to do this and that. So to get their perspective on it is very helpful because then when we go execute a workout, we can think of those things. We can recall those things and be like, okay, I want to make this rep a little bit harder because this is when the hills are going to be right, or I want to make this part a little bit strategic. I'm going to place myself here and here, just in preparation for that panorama course.
Well, Liz, thank you for your time. Greatly appreciate it. Good luck at the ACC Championships, and hopefully we'll catch up after that meeting throughout the season.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it.